you know, as is their pieces of the Bible.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like this, and then he said, and I said, and there's beautiful things too.
Yeah.
Okay? I said, but the truth is, and then he's like, and then he starts to argue a little bit with me.
Yeah.
And then I tell him, I say, listen, you have been taught a belief system
Yeah.
through a book.
Yeah.
I have experienced through tens of thousands of hours of meditation.
Yeah.
I said, so how can we even compare?
Compare.
I said, yours is a programming of a book.
Yeah.
Mine is experience.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me and said, okay. And he shake my hand.
Yeah.
And he said, and he compliment me. He said, okay, you're one of very few people that have understanding like this. And I said, yeah. And I go, you should meditate.
Yeah.
And that would be the key.
But basically, they restricted this path. For us, the paths are open up. Like you can travel on any path. Like take an example of mine.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm doing whatever I'm doing is because of myself. Nobody forced me to do this, man.
Right.
But for them, they are restricted to stay on one path.
This is I can't.
They can't go beyond certain limit.
Right.
So
And
that
even-
make them narrow.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I think
I pray for them that they all understand more the truth and see the kingdom of God inside and get away from all this programming.
Yeah.
Let's.
So this is a kind of
Then we can all dance
definitely.
together, and there's parties. Put down the guns. Let's dance. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And know your neighbor.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Basically, but it's a kind of mentality. Like we've been suffering from this kind of mentality. I'm from Jammu. Take an example of Kashmiri
So
Pandits.
you know very well.
Yeah. Even take an example of a few days back.
I know.
27 people.
I know.
So what to say?
I know. Yeah. And I just feel sorry for the people that are programmed that way, that they pick up guns and actually believe they're doing something good.
Good. Religious jihad.
Yeah. But I do believe that Muhammad never said go kill innocent people.
No one can.
Innocent
especially the person who is spiritual. No, never.
Yeah, it's like I feel compassion for these people because they're digging big hole of karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after all, they are facing it. After all, they are facing it, isn't it? Like take an example of 57 countries. They are all being fighting among themselves.
Yeah. I know. But
no one is at
But
peace.
I've been in Malaysia, right? And I was in a Brahmin village for 2 months.
Yeah.
And on the second day I was there, everybody looked at me like this, and they asked me many questions, and I very tight-lipped because I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
But then I saw a Hindu woman with a tika, and I go, is there a temple around here? She go, yeah, big Kali temple on the beach. I find this huge Kali temple with the 10 Mahavidyas on the beach.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. So I go there every day.
Yeah.
And then I used to play volleyball with the boys, the Muslim boys, by the mosque. Then one night they asked me, they say, hey, can you explain Mother Kali to me, to us? Because we don't understand her. And I said, oh, yeah.
Mother Kali.
Yeah. I said, you guys, in the universe, you know how they have yin and yang, in Taoist? And they look and they go, yeah, yin and yang. I go, so... In Hinduism, we have Shiva Shakti. And they say, okay, so Shakti is Kali. And that's the mother energy. And Shiva, the light, is father energy. And you guys are worshipping Allah, which is this light energy, but you guys don't have a full understanding of the cycle of yin and yang, mother, father, all this. And they all went, oh, I said, mother's very protective. She loves us like your mother.
Yeah.
She's just like that.
Yeah.
And I said, but she's of a dark energy, but not an evil energy. Yeah. And then they said, we're so happy now because we've been so disturbed by what they were thinking. Yeah. They just see her like, I go, the reason she's like this is because she was actually killing demons. To protect the innocent.
You must be explaining them like
why they were so happy to hear that because they, think about it. These boys are all like in their 30 years of old. They grew up there looking at this. They have no understanding.
But I said already that they've been restricted to stay on few lines.
Yeah.
If they cross that lines, definitely they are going to become wonderful human beings. Wonderful.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like here when they opened up Christians to come, the missionaries came. I was in Bodhi Knot, and then 30 of them came walking over, and I said, "Oh, what are you all doing here?" They go, "Oh, we're missionaries." And I said, "Oh, please tell me you're not here to convert the people." You know, and they looked at me like this because they were.
Yeah.
And I said, because really you have no business coming to this country
Yeah.
and telling them that their religion is evil,
Yeah.
because that's what you guys do as you convert people.
Yeah.
I said, you don't know the religion.
Yeah.
You just know your book said that
Yeah.
you do this.
Yeah.
I said, but you should do your homework
Yeah.
and understand.
Yeah.
And one said, what about
We should keep
reincarnation?
talking. Yeah.
And I said, oh, reincarnation was taken out of the Bible
Yeah.
in 566 AD.
Yeah.
I said, you should do your homework and know early Christianity before the Catholic Church burned all the teachings, because it was very Eastern philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully our world can come together more now as consciousness is shifting.
Yeah.
People are starting to wake up,
Wake up.
and they're feeling now and not thinking so much. See, that's the trick, you know, in spirituality, we feel. So now this is happening naturally. So all these systems and all this programming is actually starting to fall apart. And it's good. It's good for the earth.
Humanity.
Yeah, it's good for humanity.
Humanity.
And it's good for the earth, because we become more conscious of that the trees are living, that there's energy and consciousness in this, you know, in this stone. There's actually consciousness.
Yeah,
you know? It's
definitely.
like,
If you feel, definitely there is consciousness.
you know, nowadays people see this and they say, hey, I could get 5 rupees for that. I just break it up and sell it as gravel, you know. This is what people think, you know. Same with the tree. It's like, oh, lumber, you know. It's like we have to get beyond this capitalism. Everything's $1 because everything is conscious.
Yeah. Two ideologies. The first one that we already talked about. The another one, like seeing things in terms of money. Like
that's what I'm talking about.
The example you have taken right now. Yes.
Yeah.
So, it's, I think, heartbreaking at the end of that day.
You know, you can have money and just don't be attached and don't be greedy.
Yeah.
And really, you should share your money. Help others. You know, it's really important to be that loving, kind being.
Yeah.
Which way are you going? Are you got?